Game 2, Sox and Phillies. After the Red Sox lost a winnable Game 1, despite just one run. Had a shot in the ninth inning, but fell to 7-13 here at Fenway Park. Tonight, Sonny Gray pitches to even up the series. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Dave O'Brien alongside Sweet Lou Merloni and also Jemai Webster a couple of moments away. And Lou, the Red Sox have actually gotten good starting pitching in the month of May. The wins have not followed because the Red Sox are 14th out of 15th in the American League in runs scored.
Well, they're built on this pitching staff. And even without Garrett Crochet, when you look at this month, the ERA, 2.77, that's fifth in all of baseball, second in the American League. But the Rays, they're 10-1. You're 5-5. And a lot of that has to do with 34 runs scored. That's the third fewest in Major League Baseball. And if this team is going to win games, and they know this, but you have to play better here. I mean, at Fenway Park, you're almost last in every single offensive category, which is unheard of for a Red Sox team at Fenway Park.
A one to watch right away tonight is Kyle Schwarber leading off for the Phillies against Sonny Gray. Now, Schwarber is one homer away from a Phillies record, but Sonny Gray has had his number over the years. Will that hold tonight? Join us for Game 2 of the series coming your way from Fenway in just a moment. Red Sox baseball on Essence brought to you by Audi. Visit your New England area Audi dealer today. WB Mason, get free next day business delivery from your local hometown team. Nissan, shop nissanusa.com today. By Sullivan Tire, the official tire and auto service of the Red Sox. And by buyatoyota.com for offers not seen on TV. Visit buyatoyota.com. Sox Phillies, middle game of the series coming at you. Wilson Contreras, Red Sox first baseman, back in there tonight, Jemai, after getting drilled on that hand on Sunday.
That's right, Dave. He needed one game in a couple of days to really take care of that right hand contusion. But as you mentioned, he's a veteran. He knows his body, and he understands, most importantly, that this team needs him in the lineup. Had a chance to catch up with him inside the clubhouse, and he is excited to be back in there tonight.
It was a matter of time day to day. I'm not going to say that I feel 100%, but I think it's good enough to be back in play. I don't need to feel 100% to be in play. I think any player that plays for a long time in the big league will never feel 100% during the year. But as of right now, my hand feels good, and I'm pretty optimistic about today. I try not to put pressure on myself. I try just to make contact, good contact in the air, to be honest. I'm trying to put the ball in the air, getting my pitch to hit. I'm not seeking for a base hit or a double, because that's when you put pressure on yourself and start swinging outside the strike zone. But when I'm in that situation, I try to stay small and put the ball in the air.
And tonight, Wilson's celebrating his 34th birthday. I joke with him, I should have brought him a gift. Maybe he'll bring the Red Sox a couple hits tonight. He is their RBI leader, batting cleanup, so you know they need his at-bats. In the first inning, he's hitting .304 with a 12.06 OPS. We'll see if he gets a shot in the 4-hole tonight. It's a gray day at Fenway, and Sonny Gray on the hill for the Red Sox. First pitch with Obi and Lou coming at you shortly.
A Subaru of New England. Love is what makes Subaru Subaru. Plymouth Rock, auto and home insurance for Boston sports fans. And by Aura, wish you could delete yourself from the internet? Try Aura today. Well, my partner Lou Merloni had an opportunity to sit down with Chad Epperson, Red Sox third base coach, longtime manager at Portland, and a guy, as Lou knows very well, who knows a great deal about the youngsters in a Red Sox lineup on an everyday basis.
Here with the Red Sox third base coach, Chad Epperson. Now, Epi, you're about to enter, well, you were about a month into your 5th year managing Portland Sea Dogs. Take me through the day where it all kind of changed and you found out your role was going to be a little different this year.
So we had a 1 o'clock game that day at home, and we had just walked off the opposing team we were playing. Franklin Arias had an off day that day. I pinch hit him in the 9th, like good managers do, and he ended up backside home run and left him on the field. So obviously high fives and stuff, get in the clubhouse, and about 30 minutes after the game, I saw my phone ring, and it was Brez, and I was like, well, there goes Arias, you know. So I said, hey, what's up, Brez, and how you doing? And he's like, well, been better, and then dropped the news on me, and, you know, just pretty much said, hey, there's a jet waiting for you at Portland. You're going to stop in Worcester, pick up Trace and Hessler, and you'll be in the third base box tomorrow in Baltimore.
You got a young roster, so a lot of these guys, there is a comfort feeling there, which is nice. But you've seen some of these guys. You've been managing since 22 up in Portland. Cedar Rafaela, like when you first got a look at him, I think he was actually playing some short for you as well, kind of flip-flopping back and forth. To see these guys now, I mean, I don't talk Marcelo, Roman Anthony, but to see them back in Double-A and see them now in a big league stage, what is that like for you?
It's awesome, you know, and we've had many conversations in Portland with all three of those guys that you mentioned where, hey, you know, this is real. Like, you are a major league player and you're going to impact our major league club at some point in time. And you knew Rafaela, the way he played, like you said, short and center field. He was the best center fielder in the league. He was the best shortstop in the league when he played short. You know, those guys that are that twitchy and his ability to just close on balls, and there's nothing that goes in the air that he doesn't think he can catch, and he hasn't lost that at all, you know. But I'll say something about Rafaela. The one thing that always stood out with him outside of his skill set was I've never seen a kid at that age want to win all the time. And his emotions have gotten a lot better because he carried them as a younger player, but it was all because he wanted to win. And you know, to see him out there and doing the same thing that I saw a few years ago, and he's doing it at the major league level, doesn't surprise me at all.
What about the other two? Because they come to you, Roman and Marcelo, big prospects, right? Accomplished some things at the lower levels. Now they're coming to you. What was that first impression like? Yeah,
so you're talking about in Portland?
Yeah, in Portland.
Yeah, so like probably I'll be honest with you, a manager's worst nightmare when you have your 4 top prospects at the same place.
Don't screw them up.
Yes. So you're not only counting on one to do well, you got to get them all 4, you know, but they made it so easy on me and the staff, just the way they went about their business. You know, we all know, you guys know Roman. He's very mature for his age, and that's exactly how he handled himself there. You know, for me, it was not teaching them like, it was just the bits and pieces that they needed to hone in on to be ready for the big leagues, you know, and that was just like kind of getting out of the box, you know, anything skill set, because we all know the skills there. It's just the little things that they have to pay attention to, the leads, the secondaries, and, you know, they bought in, and they were in the office all the time, and we would just talk ball, you know, and it was outside of a lot of the things that are going on in the game. It was just talking about things, like I said, that are going to matter when you get to the big league level. It's awesome to see them still doing it.
Yeah, see, I like the fact that you got these younger players kind of have a couple people that they're familiar with. They've been very successful with. You've seen it. Tracy has seen it. Have there any been in those discussions? Man, it's only been a couple of weeks now where, hey, remember when we talked about this, or you did this maybe a little bit differently? Do you have any of those talks now? Maybe could help them out even at this level.
Yeah, I mean, we talk in BP, and, you know, we talk about like, hey, remember this in Portland, and, you know, and it's showing up here, you know, and it doesn't have to be us. It could be another team. Like, hey, this is what we talked about. Remember that? And, you know, more so with Roman right now because of him being on the IL and the dugout sometimes during the game. But, you know, these kids, they, you know, and I say kids, it's like Roman's birthday today, right? 22. So they are sponges still. You know, they want to win. They want to have an edge on everything. So like Anthony wanting to learn how to bunt and wanting to learn how to, you know, slide even, you know, because there was some awkwardness there. Like he always wanted to get better, in the same way with Marcelo.
All right, Epi, listen, I appreciate the time. Get that left arm going tonight.
You got it.
Send some guys in.
Appreciate you.
There you go.
Did Epi give you any fielding tips, by the way, when you guys were chatting?
Hey, use a glove next time. Try to body that thing up if you can.
Yeah. Really interesting conversation, though, because he knows these guys. He knows Roman. He knows Cedar so well. A lot of other guys, too, that came through Portland. And he's a veteran baseball guy. There's a lot of young guys on the staff with the changeover. He's a veteran presence.
He's been in the organization now since 2002, coaching, other roving catching instructors, but 5 years down there at Portland. And, yeah, he's built relationships. He knows what these guys look like when they're great. And, you know, it's a comforting voice. You know, he and Tracy for some of these young guys.
The Red Sox taking the field behind Sonny Gray. Here's a look at the Philly lineup. It's presented by Xfinity. Obviously, look out for that guy at the top, Schwarber, with 17 home runs. Bohm 6 for 13 against Gray. A number of guys have numbers against him. Some do not, including Bryce Harper, who has not hit him well.
Red Sox starting pitcher presented by BuyAToyota.com. 36-year-old Sonny Gray making his 7th start. He's 3-1 with a 3.54. Came off the IL through 5 scoreless. Got the win against Detroit in his last outing for his Arsenal. He leads with the cutter. A little change from last year. 24%. And then curveball, sinkers, 4-seam, sweeper, and curveball, big swing and miss pitches. See if he can get some of that here today. The defense is presented by Car Shield. It's going to be Caleb Durbin back at third base with Story and Meyer up the middle. Contreras, he'll be at first base. The outfield left to right is Yoshida, Duran, Abreu, with Connor Wong doing the catching.
Umpires for tonight's game 2 presented by M&T Bank. Dan Bellino has the plate. Mark Ripperger at first. Shane Livensparger at second. Dan Brazell at third. We're available to telecast can be heard in Spanish by selecting the SAP button on your TV remote. SAP brought to you by Toyota Certified Used Vehicles. And the weather forecast for tonight, cloudy skies, 62 degrees, 13 miles an hour out to left. Tomorrow, that is a different story for the finale, and a lot of rain expected in the forecast. We'll see what develops as far as whether or not that game is played or delayed, what happens there. But Mr. Schwarber is ready to go. If he homers tonight, that'll be 6 consecutive games, and that would be a new Phillies record. This is a franchise been around a long time. However, against Sonny Gray, he's 4 for 24 in his career.
Yeah, that's a good sign. We'll see if Sonny kind of keeps spinning it on him. Don't know the history there, but those are pretty good numbers. You got to be careful too. The 17 home runs. Schwarber's got 7 home runs in the first inning. And we saw last night he got one there as well.
And about to dig in with Harper behind him and then Garcia. Sonny 3-1, 3.54 ERA, returned from the IL last time out. 5 good innings, shutout innings at Detroit in a 4-0 win. And he's set to go. The first pitch, swing and a miss for strike 1. 92-mile-an-hour fastball. By the way, Schwarber's manager, Don Mattingly, once homered in 8 consecutive games. Don Mattingly was a great baseball player.
Should be a Hall of Famer.
I said before the game, you know how many Gold Gloves he won? And you said 8. And I said 1 more. Really good guess on your part.
I mean, 9 Gold Gloves, the offensive numbers off the charts. Tony ball game.
307 career hitter, yeah. Up the middle. Story will snag that. And Schwarber does not repeat what he did last night, which was that first inning home run, 1 away. And so Sonny Gray has him now 4 for 25. And that rolls right into this guy, Bryce Harper. These are both great players, but Sonny Gray has locked them up. Harper is 3 for 21 against Sonny. Everything's subject to change in baseball, of course, and Harper has hit 10 home runs. Been swinging a hot bat. Curveball to start him, 0-1.
Well, that's what you're kind of looking for here today. You know, and they faced him in the past, but it's been a little different, Sonny Gray, this year. The swing and miss has not been there. The strikeouts has not been there. Getting some contact, still throwing the ball well.
0-2.
But he's leading with that cutter, as we mentioned before, 88. You know, he's right around 88 miles an hour, and it's not really a big swing and miss pitch for him, right? You're trying to induce bad contact like you got Schwarber. So when you're leading with a pitch that isn't big swing and miss for you, which is his curveball and sweeper, strikeouts just don't pile up.
Been really tough on lefties, and he'll strike this guy out against Bryce Harper. Lefties hitting 213 off him. 2 down.
Yeah, there's a good curveball here. You'd like to see him really get this spin going. You know, the curveball to lefties, the sweeper to righties. This guy has struck out 200 guys the last couple of years.
Yeah.
He's got 15 strikeouts in 28 innings, right? It's just not, they're not there.
Garcia will look at a strike. It's a big part of the narrative with this Red Sox team. Guys are not performing as they did a year ago, not even close. A handful have been better. But when you're 17 and 24, not nearly enough. 1 ball and 1 strike.
I mean, you know, he's throwing the ball well. He got hit around 1 outing against Minnesota. I think everybody did in that outing, but that series. But you know, when you're striking out 11 guys or so per 9, and it's under 5 this year, it's kind of eye-opening.
Garcia will take a ball outside. It's a fair point. He's 3-1. ERA 3.5. It's actually a lower ERA than a year ago.
And this is what we're talking about here, the K percentage, right? 12-6. Kind of in that 30 range. The whiff percentage, 18, up in like high 20s. Strikeouts per 9, less than 5.
Dropped in for a strike, a sinker, 2-2. Looking for that quick start. Red Sox have had such a devil of a time keeping the opponent from scoring in the first inning. Trying to do it here with a 1-2-3, and he bounced it, and a full count on Garcia. Brandon Marsh on deck. Red Sox are heading for Atlanta tomorrow, and a 3-game weekend showdown against the red hot Braves. We've gotten off to a tremendous start. They're fully healthy for the most part. And after that, it's on to Kansas City to face the Royals. Tomorrow night, 6:45, former Philly Ranger Suarez against Jesus Luzardo. A couple of lefties to battle. Scheduled for the finale. And that is going to be a swing and a miss for strike 3. They appeal to the first base ump, Ripperger, and he rung him up. Garcia retired. They go 1-2-3. It's gone. Plymouth Rock, Duran, Gasper, the DH. Mickey getting a lot of playing time. Abreu and right. Good to see Wilson Contreras back in there. Turned 34 today. Yoshida's in left. Connor Wong gets the catch. Taking on a right-hander, Andrew Painter. He has an ERA near 7. And he has earned that.
Philly starting pitcher presented by WB Mason. You mentioned it. One game out of the bullpen, but that ERA 6.89 has been getting hit around here lately. That whip of a 1.71. Let's check out his arsenal. The fastball is going to run up there. It's 97. In the high 90s. Got a slider, sinker, little split, curveball, sweeper. You can use that split and breaking ball to lefties a lot. You got 97, but it doesn't have good, as they would say, shape, right? Good run at all. It gets hit hard.
Allowing a batting average of .321. That one fouled away by Duran. And he, like many of his teammates, could use a night with the bat. He is 3 for his last 25. Red Sox only struck out 7 times last night. That wasn't the problem. A team that does strike out frequently, but they only had 7 hits, and Wheeler only needed 16 pitches to work the first 3 innings. I had never seen that before.
Well, you need to see at least 3 pitches to strike out. And for the first 3 or 4 innings, 5 innings or so, wasn't too many at bats with more than 2 pitches seen.
Oh no. Swinging a high fly ball into right, playable for Garcia. And we'll put that away. 1 down, Gasper next.
Take a look at the Phillies defense. Alec Boehm back at third base with Sosa and Stott up the middle. Bryce Harper at first. The outfield left to right. It's Marsh, Crawford, Garcia, JT Realmuto doing the catching.
No Trey Turner tonight. And shortstop under the weather. Gasper off to a 4 for 8 start. And batting in the 2-hole again. Mickey 4 for 8. Looked very good at the plate. Swinging it in the minors too, hitting .296 with some power. And they'll chop a foul, 1-1.
Well, as that bats the last 2 nights really got Rafaela kind of the odd man out here today. You know, Yoshida playing left field. Mickey said, really, 2 really good nights swinging a bat, especially from the left side. This is where he's at his best.
And as you pointed out several times, very willing to go up against the green monster, take a shot at the wall.
Last night to the warning track, I thought that was going to get a piece of the wall. He hit it over there 3 times.
It's been refreshing to see that as he fouls it away. As far as a lefty hitter, he's a switch hitter, but when hitting left-handed, trying to go that way.
Yeah, this is the whole field.
Been a major failing of the Red Sox offensively.
That's how we got a couple doubles. Something that's been lacking here at Fenway Park for this club.
2-2 and a high fly, well hit. Crawford backing up to the track, leaps up and into the wall near the 379. Sent that one for a ride. 2 out.
Again, that's the last couple nights. I talked to him before the game. Even that ball he hit to the track at left field, kind of thought it was going to hit the monster. I'm sure he thought that one was going to get off the wall as well. Of course, everybody's talking about the Abreu ball hit, how that didn't get out of the ballpark.
He certainly thought he had it at the crack of the bat. The entire dugout did. He'll look at a strike. Williard 293 with 6 home runs. Talk about doubles and the lack of 2 base hits by the Red Sox. We know all the offensive numbers are bad, but that's astonishing. Base hit into left field. Abreu, one guy who's been consistent, swinging the bat, and a single for him here in the first inning. But Red Sox have always been a doubles machine at Fenway Park. Always.
Yeah, and, you know, the numbers are bad, you know, at home. It's last in slugging, OPS, home runs, everything else. But you're 16th in doubles at home. Middle of the pack. But you usually lead the league in doubles at home every single year. It's something like 20 of 22 years in a row.
Yeah, by a lot.
By a lot because of that green monster.
Every year since 2021, and many years before that, the Red Sox led the league, Major League Baseball, in doubles.
Yeah.
That's your #1 reason, if you are willing to use it. Wilson Contreras now back in the lineup. Again, turning 34 years old today. Came out of Sunday's game after getting hit in the first inning on a right hand. Suffered a contusion. Didn't play yesterday in the 2-1 loss. We were kind of looking for him in the late innings, that maybe he'd be available. He swings and flies that one to left center. Marshall move on over and make the catch. Red Sox with a hit, but strand 1.
Welcome to the Surfside second inning as Philadelphia and Boston remain scoreless. Garrett Crochet threw a 20-pitch side today in the pen after throwing 10 times off the mound yesterday, guys. He's making progress, but still has some steps, according to interim manager Chad Tracy. We did talk to Garrett today after a side session. He said things have taken a little longer than he'd hoped. Said he wants to get back to being healthy and get back not as quick as he can, but how quick can he get back and actually be useful? He said coming back at 40% health isn't going to do a lot to help the team make up ground in the division, but we have a good plan right now, so he's going to be taking this progression, maybe have a rehab session, maybe come back without the rehab, but those conversations are still being had.
All right, Jemai, thank you very much. So a little positivity there. I'm sure it's not progressing nearly as quickly as he would like, but watching him out there in the pen, this was pregame earlier today.
That's a good sign. Trying to build up some strength. The fact that he's just off the mound throwing 20 or so. And you know, talked about the pitching on this roster and the depth of this roster. Again, the ERA this month is second in the American League to the Rays. So I always felt like you could withstand losing him for 2 or 3 weeks, right? Listen, you want him back. You want him back all year long. But you've got some depth. Make sure this guy's right when he comes back. The ERA 2.77. They're 5-5 this month, but pitching and defense have been getting it done.
1-2. Hot shot down to get it. Meyer made the play. Clean catch. He threw to first anyway, but he made the grab out of the air. Marcelo continues to be really good there at second base defensively. 1 away.
And Marsh kind of jumps all over this. He's been hitting the ball hard. It's one of those you pick it off, but then you sort of got to make sure that they saw it, so you just finish it off to throw and make sure the umpire saw that as a catch.
After you blow a bubble. 106 off the bat. And his Bohm 184 with 3 home runs. Going after the first pitch. Pop to right. Out goes Contreras and Meyer, and Marcelo will make that play. With Abreu coming in just in case. 2 up, 2 down. Sonny Gray at Fenway, 2-0 with a 180 earned run average. 3 starts. Been a different story on the road with a 5.54, but at Fenway has been very effective. And now healthy again. Stott, 222 hitter, outstanding defensively, but just 1 for 10 and 4 strikeouts against Sonny. Baltimore blanked the Yankees today at Camden Yards 7-0. Yankees had 1 hit in the game, but Fried left because of an elbow issue.
Oh, that's interesting. We'll get an image of that one.
Pumped in for a strike. 0-2. Tampa Bay came into play, leading the division, now 2.5 on New York. They are in Toronto. Just a bit down. Sonny has seen the Phillies enough. He's 2-2 with a 4.65 ERA off him in his career. 1-2 hit the other way. Masataka. Yoshida will make the play. That's a 9-pitch inning for Sonny Gray. Bottom of the second, no score. Red Sox and the Phillies. Dave Liu and Jemai alongside, and Masataka Yoshida will lead it off. Left field tonight, and then Story and then Meyer against Andrew Painter, making his 7th major league start. Batting stats presented by your local Honda dealers, and I'd love to see a home run when we flash that the next time. Only slugging .338. Again, Masataka getting some hits, but his 20 hits, 16 are singles. A 1-1 wrapped to first base, and an easy play for Harper. Taps the bag, 1 down.
We're talking about Painter. He's kind of been getting hit around a little bit his last 4 starts. That ERA 9.33, but he's given up 19 earned runs. 10 of them are off of 6 home runs he's given up. So he's given up the long ball, right? That's really been getting him in trouble here the last 4 games. Can he take advantage of that? That's the question, right? Get some guys on, because he'll give it up.
Gave up 3 in his last start against the A's. He has been one of their top prospects, and one of the top prospects in all of baseball for a couple of years. Did have Tommy John surgery a few years ago. Mediocre season last year at AAA. 5-6, a 5.40 ERA, but they think very highly of him.
13th pick overall back in 2021.
And they paid him $3.9 million in bonus money. There's a high drive, left center field, back toward the wall, rising up, and gone. Home run, Trevor Story, number 3. And the Red Sox get on the scoreboard. You were just talking about the home runs that Painter allowed. Can you take advantage? And Story does.
That's the thing, Painter. He's got a really good fastball, but it's flat. There's really no extension. There's no rise to it. It had to feel good for Trev. I mean, it's been a tough go of it. He continues to work behind the scenes, try to figure some things out. He gets a good pitch and, doesn't foul it back, right? Ends the at-bat, puts the swing on it.
Did that a ton. Red Sox home run presented by New England Audi dealers.
It's just a fastball, like we said. It's just kind of sits there right in the middle, belt high.
Meyer with a cut and a miss, 231 with a home run. This is going out. And he was revved up. 1-0 Red Sox. And a soft line drive over the leaping Stott for a base hit. So Meyer is aboard. Red Sox with 3 hits. There's a lot of traffic against Andrew Painter every 5 days. A lot of walks too, along with a ton of hits.
That whip, we're talking about 1-7. It's almost, close to 2 runners an inning getting on base against him.
His fastball really gets hit. Here's Connor Wong now, 255. Looking for that first home run, hitting out of the 8th spot tonight. Ground ball yanked foul. Since their Patriots Day win, the Red Sox have lost 8 out of 10 at home. So trying to get a little run here tonight. Job number 1 is to draw even in the series. One down and Meyer on it first. Showing bunt, drops it down. Painter gets to it. He'll throw off balance, close, and got him. Down to second goes Meyer. Painter with a good play. Bang bang at first and no challenge.
Yeah, I kind of like the thought. He just didn't get it down the line enough. Kind of split the distance. You want this more towards third base where Painter, that last lunge, if you can get away from him, it's a knock. Force Bohm to field this baseball. We just didn't get it far enough away from Painter.
Caleb Durbin 169. And can he bring in this second run in the inning? Red Sox hitting just 186 at home with runners in scoring position. They've been far better on the road. Part of that puzzle. 294 on the road with men in scoring position. Trying to learn how to score at Fenway Park. Can they do it with this personnel? 2-0 in for a strike.
I think when you look big picture, you look at this lineup at home, and you got righties that have trouble getting in the air. They hit a lot of ground balls, and you got lefties that try to pull the baseball. They don't want to go the other way.
That's Willie Abreu found out last night.
So it's the righties are trying to get the ball in the air, trying to pull aside.
Wilson talked to Jemai about that in the clubhouse, and the first thing Wilson said was, "I'm trying to hit the ball in the air."
Baseball 2026.
Said, "Yeah, I can get a base hit. I can hit a double. I'm trying to hit the ball in the air every time." It's a pretty good example. Leads the club with 8 home runs. 3-2 Durbin swings and misses. Down he goes, strike 3. Red Sox strand him in at second, but Trevor Story hits one to the monster seats. Story got around on that, 106 miles an hour off the bat, and knocks her into the monster seats to put the Red Sox in front 1-0. Sonny Gray 6 up 6 down so far, taking on the bottom third. Realmuto, Crawford, and Sosa. Phillies have been playing very good baseball under the manager Don Mattingly. They've won 11 out of 14. 5-0 in 1-run games like last night. We're talking about the fact that he has won 900 games as a manager now. Had some great years with the Yankees, won a batting title, won an MVP. He had one year where he hit 6 grand slams, 1987. Get this, it was the only year he ever hit a grand slam. All his other seasons he never hit one.
Just wanted to enjoy it, right? Just that one year he felt good about it.
I guess.
I mean, the full resume. People say borderline Hall of Famer as a player. I think he's a Hall of Famer as a player. You can throw 900 wins as a manager? I mean, it's off the charts.
Deserves a serious look. Realmuto only 235 with 1 home run. Great defender, and it's one of the things that they pinpointed when they made the managerial change from Rob Thompson. Donnie had such a great glove. He's a great defender. He wants this team to improve because they've been a bad defensive team. Cut on a miss for strike 3. They think he can help.
I know they really liked him when he's up in Toronto. Talking to Schneider and DeMarlo Hale, just what he brought to that team. A little old school, a little approach mentality. Moved on here to Philly, and he's got a veteran group. He just had to get this team right. There's talent on it. They've been playing good baseball.
5 runs a game with their pitching staff should be enough. Red Sox would love to get somewhere in that neighborhood if they could. Anywhere close. Crawford 271 with a home run. One man away, and he'll take a ball.
Pretty good.
No challenge.
So he's spinning it here tonight. He's got 6 swing and misses already here in this game. He only had 4 in his last outing. That was a good one.
Fly dead away center. Duran moving back, turning around now, and it is gone. Home run. Second of the year for Crawford to straightaway center field, and he has tied the ball game. It went 403 for Justin Crawford, Carl Crawford's kid.
Come on now.
I think I might just hit the top of that wall too, but it's just 91. A little 4-seamer up and in. He gets to it. It's the top of that wall and scoots over. Couldn't have just been 2 inches shorter.
Sosa, the shortstop tonight, 258 with 1 home run.
This guy here likes to swing it, swings it often.
Oh, 2. He's 0 for 3 in his career against Sonny, who has struck him out twice. Red Sox have kind of had their way over the years with the Phillies. 53 and 38 all time against them. Another swing. Fouled away.
Told you he likes to swing it.
Everything.
Yeah, pretty much. Kind of where he's at. He swings the bat over 60% of the time. 62.5. I mean, Cedon at his height's like 59. Just to put it in context.
Bounced it in the other batter's box just to test that.
He laid off that one.
1 and 2. Schwarber is on deck. 0 for 1 tonight. And Gray looking for another K. Sonny strikeouts way down this year, but he has 3 tonight.
You know, that first inning, he had 2 strikeouts. That's the first time he struck out 2 guys in an inning since his opening game against Cincy. He struck out 5 that day. That's the season high. 5. 10 total in his last 5 starts. Got 3 here today.
A lot of Sox fans new to him. He's been a strikeout pitcher in his career. 200 strikeout guy. If Schwarber homers tonight, he's on deck. That would be 6 consecutive games, and he would set a new record for a Philly franchise been around for 143 years. He's just been crushing fastballs during the time. Swung on, foul tip, and held for the K. Sosa fans, and 2 down. Statcast 3D powered by Google Cloud.
We mentioned those 5 straight games. These are the 6 home runs that he has hit. Maybe here at Fenway Park. Maybe a couple don't get out. He's at 378, 377. Still an impressive feat. He is crushing the fastball this year.
Yeah, 7-12 slugging against the heater. Wise to start him with a curveball.
Yeah, it was the same last year.
He's played 10 games against the Red Sox since he joined the Phillies. He's homered 6 times with 13 RBIs.
10 games.
Just to let you know, I was pretty good with you guys too.
Yeah.
2 down, bases empty, tied 1-1. And he'll take it inside. There are 5 active players who've hit a home run in 6 consecutive games. Mike Trout's one of them. Cross for a strike. Goldschmidt, Stanton, Arenado, and Rafi Devers have also done it.
He did 6, didn't he?
6. Trout 7. And Trout having a good year. And that's going to be ball 4. So Schwarber on for the first time tonight. Something he does frequently. Bryce Harper next. So for Sonny Gray, keep an eye on this. 20 pitches in this inning. Very brisk in innings 1 and 2. Harper struck out in the first. Played umpire Dan Bellino. Going to clean off the plate. Forget about the brush. Just do it with a shoe.
Good enough.
And he'll foul it away at the plate for a strike.
Oh, we got a little Philly fanatic shin guard, elbow guard.
Yeah.
A little extra padding there. It's like a little rug attached to it. Very colorful.
Gray with the 0-1 and a strike. Again, Harper just 3 for 22 off him lifetime. He has had a terrific career. 0-2 and a 2-hopper to second. Meyer will throw on to get him. A home run by Crawford. This game is tied 1-1. Well, young center fielder Justin Crawford blasting one out of here and has tied the game 1-1. Red Sox and the Phils. Jarren Duran 0 for 1 with a fly to right to lead off here in the 3rd. Then Gasper and then Abreu. There's no denying this as we check out tonight's home run odds presented by FanDuel for Duran and Mickey Gasper. Last night there was a buzz in the ballpark. And I know Philly fans brought a lot of that themselves. They travel well. It's a tremendous fan base, and they were loud. Red Sox fans were loud too. Little tapper at first base. Harper with a backhand, and Painter will get there for the out. But it did feel different. I think the game felt like it had an electricity under it all night.
Well, woke up in the 7th, right? When you finally put a run up, you got a couple hits in an inning at 3 in the 7th. And had more base runners in the 8th and, of course, the 9th. And that's, you want to wake this place up. Put 4, 5, 6 runs on the board.
The Red Sox did very little, obviously, offensively for the bulk of the game, but it was only 2-0. And I know the Red Sox have had a devil of a time as Gasper will be given first base, gets hit by the pitch, scoring runs anywhere. But because it remained close, and because of the caliber of the Phillies and their pitching staff and how good their team is and potentially is, there's a lot of electricity. Got drilled there on the back foot. As you say, particularly late 8th and 9th inning when the Red Sox had a chance to pull one out.
Bale did a great job, keep it kind of where it was. He gave up 1, but it was 2-0 forever.
Wilyer Abreu 1 for 1 with a base hit. Will smoke this one. Almost got Gasper on the back. He will advance to second and stop there. And Abreu is 2 for 2.
Wilyer first at bat takes the heater the other way, gets a little Breaking ball he hits here. And a nice job by Mickey getting out of the way of this thing. It's like a little cutter that was just hung. And Mick's got to do a little dance. Get out of the way. You are not going to third on Adolis Garcia. Heads up. That's what I should have done last night. That ball in the booth just got out of the way.
Quick step to your left. That's what I do. Let it hit the wall. Can always pick it up, toss it to a fan. Where here's Contreras 0 for 1. He has flied out to left. 1 out, 2 on. Red Sox with a threat here against Painter. Man, did he take a swing.
I think he's trying to move the runner the other way. Just hit a ground ball between first and second. What do you think?
Exactly right, yeah.
Or he was thinking what I was thinking. 3-run homer would be nice right now.
8 home runs to lead the Sox. 1 away. And flared foul. We take a look at our high performance player presented by GMC. Contreras celebrating his 34th birthday today. Last 15 games, 292, 11 runs batted in. Been hit by a pitch 8 times. Leads the majors. Last of which was very painful on Sunday.
But he and Roman, same birthday. Roman turning 22 today.
Yeah.
Wilson a few years older. Roman still has that splint on his hand. Did some outfield work, but still hasn't swung it. He's eligible to come off Friday. That's guessing that's not happening.
That has gone slowly. The 1-2. Wrapped to third. Bum on top of the bag, gets the out, throws across, and that is going to be in time for the double play. So the Red Sox have a couple of base runners, but hit into another twin killing. It remains 1-1. Top of the 4th inning, locked up 1-1. Red Sox and the Phillies. And Adolis Garcia leads it off against Sonny Gray, who allowed a home run last inning. These two teams have traded solo shots early. Garcia, good power, 4 home runs. And we'll sock that one foul. In the hole 0-2. Formerly with the Texas Rangers, was the MVP of their ALCS 3 years ago. And the 0-2 from Gray. And that's in there. Strike 3. Froze him. 93. Strikes him out for the second time.
That's the season high. 5 strikeouts for Sonny here in the 4th. Good sinker. Good command off the plate. Kind of runs back. He's really commanded his fastball, 4-seam and sinker well here tonight. Curveball sweeper's got some nice tight spin to it too. He's looked pretty sharp. Just left that one fastball out over for Crawford.
1 out for Marsh, who has lined to second. 0 for 1. Still arguably with the best beard in baseball.
That long hair too. Always wets it up, right? It's always slick. He's just on a tear. 13-game hitting streak. 457. Hitting 350. Ooh.
Last 19 games, 350. Tops in baseball.
Been going on for some time too. You go back to his numbers about the 2nd week of May last year. He went on, started going on a tear. Hit well over 300 during that stretch. It just continued into this year.
4 for 6 lifetime against Gray. Like I said, there's some guys in their lineup who've hit him hard. Other guys, big stars, who have not. Trey Turner's out of the lineup tonight, not feeling well, but he's 385 lifetime against him. Turner, Marsh, Bohm, very good numbers against Sonny. Harper, Schwarber, Real Muto. He's been brutal on them. And a 1-2 to Marsh. Broken bat to short. Story with the dig. 2 down. He's only allowed 1 hit. That left the ballpark. 2 out in the 4th, and Bohm next. He's popped up 0 for 1. He has scuffled this year with the bat, hitting just 182. First one in for a strike.
Really tying guys up with this sinker. That's what he got Marsh in to break his bat. Located a beautiful one, get Garcia. First pitch to Bohm, tied him up in. You tie up a righty like that, it really opens up the outer half when you can throw it for a strike.
Bohm has gone 23 consecutive plate appearances, now 24 without striking out. He's not fanned since May 3rd. So at least he has that going for him. And he will look at a ball. 2-1. A late arriving crowd here at Fenway, but they're getting here. Had over 36,000 last night. As Lou mentioned, late in the game, it really picked up here. The noise level in there for a strike. 2-2.
Felt normal. 7th, 8th, and 9th.
Did.
I just felt like they were going to win that game, actually.
Well, it should be at Fenway Park. 2-2. And a full count. He has walked a man. It was Schwarber last inning.
It's only a little hesitation. He went to the sinker with it. It's a pitch he's been locating beautifully. He's trying to mess with the timing of Bohm there.
And a payout pitch. Liner into right field. Closing on that. Wilyer Abreu always just seems to get there when he's supposed to be. They go 1-2-3. Red Sox will bring up Yoshida, Story, and Meyer. Trevor Story with a home run in the second. Masataka Yoshida really due to hit one.
Yeah, I need like 3 or 4 runs right now, right? A couple of doubles, maybe a bomb. Just stand up, maybe switch some things up.
Oh, wait a minute. Now, you stood up last night. Were you standing when the foul ball came into the booth?
No.
So you leapt up.
I
you
showed
up.
I showed pretty good agility, quite honestly. I think
you
just to get in position.
Yeah.
You know, I was down. The thighs hit the wall here. The table will allow me up.
That was it. Popped up, racing out Sosa, coming on Crawford. Crawford will slide, and he made a play. An outstanding catch. And hung on to the baseball to rob Yoshida of a base hit.
You want to take a look at that one. Oh, wow. Beautiful catch. He's having himself a game here. Went a long way for this one. I was wondering if it hit the ground. Didn't move, stayed in the glove.
Yeah, snow coned it.
Wow. Usually right here, snow cone hits the ground, it kind of pops out, but it never moves.
So here's Story, belted a home run deep into the monster seats, first time up. How did the hand feel this morning?
It was fine. Hand was fine. Ego was shot.
Dude, that came back here in a hurry.
Yeah, I know. I know.
That was hard hit. We get several of them a year up here.
Well, you know, it's the thing. Listen, I can laugh at myself. It was a boot. Well, it's a hit in 2026. Everything's a hit. But I never played my career without a shortstop, without a glove. You know what I mean? Like, I'm used to a glove. I catch that thing easy if I got a glove in my hand.
Oh, sure. By the way, so do I. So do many of us, I think. If we have a glove.
It's coming in hot.
No. But you did it down the field. You're always a fine fielder.
Yeah.
At the big league. You were. 0-2, slapped to short. And Sosa retires Story. We look at the Allstate Good Hands replay. Let's go back to your catch. Yeah. Last June.
That's a better one. That's the one I want. That's on my film. I want to watch that one. Almost lost it too.
That's defense. Marcelo Meyer, ground ball right at the first baseman. We saw so much of that last night. And that was only 8 pitches by Painter. Red Sox send only 3 men to hit. 1-1 game. Red Sox and the Phillies moving on to the 5th inning. And both pitchers, except for the fact they've allowed a home run, have been mowing them down. Principal owner John Henry in the house here, looking for some offense. Right now it's Bryson Stott to lead things off of the Phillies. Sonny Gray has struck out 5. So he's had that working for him tonight.
Yeah, he's been sharp. Fastball location's been fantastic. That sinker's been freezing guys.
Stott, Real Muto, and Crawford, who hit the home run. At first, Contreras, and right to the bag for a fast out. And Real Muto will be next. Sonny's been doing that a lot here. He's at 60 pitches with 1 out in the 5th. Game 3 scheduled for tomorrow night at 6:45. Keep your eye on the forecast. Ranger Suarez against Jesus Luzardo. Ranger going up against his mates from a year ago.
Yeah, a lot of rain, huh? Not sure it looks good.
Doesn't look real promising, but we're hoping. I mean, the Phillies have only this visit, so you'd have to look for a makeup date. Lunging and a fly ball. Yoshida there. And 2 down. Yamamoto 0 for 2. And now he'll take on Crawford again. Crawford blasted one right off the top of the center field wall, and it kicked out into that area where we have a batter's eye on certain days of the year. His 2nd home run of the season. In attack mode, and it's 0-1. Back to that home run in the 3rd inning.
He does back leg it, huh? He just kind of stands up a little tall, gets low, and just swings from it. Got some pop. Stands kind of like old school, the way he holds his bat. Trying to figure out what it was weird. He just kind of falls into it, swings. Mentioned last night, this kid last year, man, down in AAA, 334, 46 bags, hit 7 homers, tore it up.
Let's see if he gets a curveball again. That one made him look bad on the previous swing. 2 down, bases clean. He threw it again, 1-2. Phillies now 20-22. Red Sox at 17-24.
Go right back to it. Laid off that last one. I'm proud of you. Try to lay off this one.
Ooh, bounced it up there. Sweeper that time. 2-2.
Got to get it close to the zone, right? Make it look a little bit more like a strike right out of the hand. Both of them. See that they were going to be down.
And a veteran with his 67th pitch tonight. Sosa on deck. Tampa Bay and Toronto scoreless in the 4th inning. Yanked along first. That's a fair ball. Diving play. Contreras trying to win the foot race. He gets there. Wilson Contreras back in the lineup with some fire and some defense. Makes it a 1-2-3 for Sonny Gray. Midway point at Fenway. Red Sox and the Phillies 1-1. Connor Wong to lead it off against Andrew Painter, who came in with an ERA of 6.89. Did allow a home run to Trevor Story. Red Sox have 4 hits, Phillies with 1. Now the 23-year-old making his 7th major league start. Getting Wong, Durbin, and Duran. Connor with a comebacker first time up. On a bunt attempt and the 0-2. Left it wide.
Big leadoff hitter too. You get some emotion with that beautiful play from Contreras at first. I've seen it from him many times, kind of firing this team up. Get this leadoff man on base. It kind of continues.
And the slider strikes him out. 1 away in the Red Sox 5th. Play of the week presented by Defender.
Going back to this play here from Contreras. It's fantastic. This has got double written all over it. Not only does he make the play, but he gets up and gets a speedy Crawford to first base. He's just been fantastic. Leads all first basemen in outs above average. That's a range factor. Tied defensive run saved. He's been great over at first base.
Caleb Durbin 0 for 1. He whiffed his first time up. And Duran after him. Red Sox have dropped 3 of their last 4 on this homestand. And right now under Tracy, the interim manager, they are 7-7. Another slider by him. 0-2.
I was talking with Flores. Jose Flores, now the bench coach, still working with the infielders about the corner defense. Contreras fantastic, and this guy, you know, listen, it's been a struggle offensively, but defensively he's been fantastic.
Now back-to-back strikeouts. He blows away Wong and Durbin. 2 down.
That's not easy. I mean, this has been a struggle. Now over his last 13, we know the year is gone for Durbin, but you know, a lot of defensive metrics. He leads all of third basemen, defensive run saved, all of it. And to be able to separate your offense, where it's been a struggle from day one, to go out there and play at the level of third base that he has is pretty impressive. Sure, he'd love to be able to figure it out offensively.
Top of the order, Duran. He's flied out and grounded out tonight. Back in that leadoff spot. Only a 247 on base. Go back 2 years ago when he was an all-star. 48 doubles, 14 triples, scored 111 runs. His on base was 342. About 100 points higher.
Well, inconsistencies, right? Even with his swing, we've talked about it before. Lower half, the hands, now they're off the shoulder a little bit.
Indicating a bunt, taking a strike.
It's funny, this lineup of all their lefties, Roman, even when he was healthy, Duran, they're all hitting lefties better than righties. You're going to face more right-handed pitchers. A lot of this has to do with that right there. He's not seeing many four-seam fastballs. That's a pitch he can handle. So teams are going soft with him. That's why he's seeing a lot of rollovers to first, second base. Against righties, just 168. That's a number you want to take advantage of right-handers.
2-2.
And when he does see a fastball, it's usually a show-me one like that to set up something soft here away.
Tried to hold up and went, according to third base ump Merzel. He struck him out. In fact, he strikes out the side, does Painter, in the 5th.
Welcome back to Fenway Park, top of the 6th. Tom Kerr with you, getting ready for the post-game show, but it's nurses' night. When we found out it was nurses' night, we had to come down and sit with some nurses. 65 nurses from the Dana-Farber Cancer Institute here. Lisa Scherber, our friend from the Jimmy Fund. Dan Wallace was one of the nurses who threw out the first pitch before the game. They are all here supporting him. Lisa, he had no idea you guys were coming?
He had no idea. He was really sad because none of us were coming tonight. That's what he thought, but we're all here.
See, nurses are here to make you smile, and they're making everybody smile. We'll see if they can get a little triage going, guys. Get some offense going. Let's go back to you.
Yeah, could use the help. That's for sure. A 1-1 game. Thank you, TC. TC always finds his way with the nurses, some way, shape, or form, in the company of nurses. Sosa leads things off. Line drive and a base hit past the diving Meyer. And a leadoff hit for Philadelphia in the 6th. Well, he's right about needing a lot of help. Red Sox have made Andrew Painter look a lot better than a guy with a 7 ERA. That has unfortunately been the story of the season.
We mentioned his last 4 ERA over 9, but it's because of the long ball. He's given up 6 home runs, and they got 1. Solo shot from Story.
Here's Schwarber now, 0 for 1 with a walk, grounded out to the shortstop his first trip. 6 home runs his last 5 games. And loves to swing it at Fenway Park. He has an OPS of 1145 at Fenway. That is 4th all time here, behind Frank Robinson, Johnny Grubb, who was an outfielder and an all-star in the 1970s and 80s, and Ted Williams. Curveball 1-2.
I don't like that pitch. No reason to test him here with a fastball. He's been crushing it. Spin that thing, get vertical with him. Get that thing down. You see that straight down tumble. He's got a good bite on that curveball and sweeper here tonight.
Back in Sosa. Only 2 hits for the Phillies. Ray's been really tough on Schwarber over the years, and fouled at home plate. Bryce Harper next. He's 0 for 2. And Gray looking to get Schwarber for the 2nd time tonight. Foul tip and a good hold by Wong to strike him out. 1 away. That is number 6 for Sonny.
Season high for Sonny Gray again. He's really spinning it again here today. I like this mix. You know, it's a lot of sweepers, a lot of curveballs, and the sinker has been on point as far as location goes. This is that swing and miss Sonny Gray. This is a guy that struck out 200 guys the last couple years.
Harper's fanned. He's also grounded to second and takes a ball. Well, over the offseason, Dave Dombrowski was doing a talk show, and he talked about Bryce Harper, who said he's one of the best players in the game. He had a very good year last year, but he said, I don't think it was an elite season. Line drive caught by Contreras, and that's going to be right into a double play. No chance for Sosa to get back. A wicked line drive, but Contreras equal to the task.
Back at Fenway, still tied at 1 in the home half of the 6th inning. A lot of talk, guys. In fact, most of the talk is about the Red Sox offense and how they can get it running like a well-oiled machine, especially here at home. We talked about the numbers with that yesterday, Lou, but I was talking with bench coach Jose Flores. He says we need to dominate Fenway in every sense of the word. Hitting, defense, playing the wall, all extremely important. And Trace thinks similarly as somebody who is looking for this offense to get going as well. He says any of them really can ignite the offense and get it going. Looking from 1 through 9 as a group, We have to get that going and sustained day after day. Then you feel like the confidence grows. He says we just haven't done that. So right now it's more about let's get our players going in the way that we know they can be.
Mickey Gasper 0 for 1. He's been hit by a pitch. Once again hitting in that coveted 2-hole and facing a new man, Tanner Banks, here out of their bullpen. 5.94 ERA. Red Sox did not do much with Andrew Painter, came in with a 6.89. Trevor Story did hit a home run and a fly ball right at Garcia for the first out in the Red Sox 6th inning.
See Slayton getting loose. Sonny Gray going 6 innings. That's 78 pitches, but it's the second time back after coming off the IL. At 5 scoreless, he only threw 70. You wonder just that pitch count. 6 is enough from him.
Well, one guy who's had a good night at the plate, Wilyer Abreu, 2 for 2 with a pair of singles. That's his batting clip at 303. And Contreras to follow. Oh. And on the swing, he gets drilled.
That's going to be a swing, though.
It is.
You're going to want to check that.
Mattingly certainly believes in the home plate umpire. Bellino did signal a swing, which would make the count 0-2.
Question is, where did it get him? It's like, it's the back shoulder. Oh, almost like that bicep, left bicep, almost in that area. Oh, he definitely swung on it, so it's going to be a strike, painful one. Looks like Sonny's day is over.
And Wilyer getting his bat back, has to continue the at bat.
Talking to Wilyer before the game, he was shocked that that ball didn't go out. And I think everybody that walked by him on this, whether it's coaching staff or player, told me he needed to spend 10 more minutes in the weight room. Had to do a couple more curls.
There you go.
Wasn't strong enough.
Now the ballpark held it. Hit it to the wrong part of Fenway. Here's the 0-2 pitch on Abreu. Liner, it'll skip for another base hit. So despite taking a shot to that bicep on the swing and miss, he winds up with his 3rd hit. He's 3 for 3.
That'll make it feel better. You swing and miss there, you go back and you're like, my arm hurts. But instead 0-2, he gives another fastball. If he just went where they wanted that, maybe up a little bit more, but it was just a 4-seamer. Sosa kind of alligator arms it.
Caleb Cotham, the pitching coach, headed to the hill. Cedon Rafael has come to the on deck area to bat after Contreras, so he would hit for Yoshida.
Manley's got a righty up in that bullpen. Now he's got to face Contreras, but Rafaela comes up. You're going to see this guy here, Kirkering, coming in this game, but
got to face 3. So it'll be Banks against Contreras, who's flied out and hit into a double play. Tied up 1-1. Another low-scoring affair at Fenway. Wilson back in the lineup, trying to make this a memorable 34th birthday. Abreu, the base runner.
Looks like he's got a little pad on that hand where he got hit the other day on the outside of that batting glove.
And Banks with his first one. And a strike. He'll take strike two. Fastball only 91, but has him in the hole.
Just looking for something different there. Whether he was sitting on that breaking ball again or what.
Cedar Rafaela had a chance last night in that 9th inning. Struck out on a high heater. Red Sox had an opportunity to win that game. And high and tight for a ball. Red Sox definitely had the crowd with them in that 9th inning, trying to wake them up now. With some action with the bats. Abreu with the lead. 1-2. Baltimore beat the Yankees 7-0 today. Tampa Bay and Toronto are 0-0 in the 5th. Big swing and a miss and a fastball, and he's retired on strikes. And 2 down.
He's hitting something else there too. That ball was in the glove when he swung. Sitting something soft.
And here comes Mattingly. So Banks has faced his 3 guys, and now he'll go to the pen for a new guy against Cedar Rafaela, who has been announced as the hitter. To bat for Masataka Yoshida. We'll take the break and return to Fenway with more in just a moment.
Kaiser Home Services, TC, Jim and Pat. They're going to preview the pitching matchup between Jesus Luzardo and Ranger Suarez. Tune in tomorrow at 5:30, only on NESN, streaming on NESN 360.
Orion Kirkring, the right-hander, to take on Cedar Rafaela. With 2 out and a man aboard for the Sox here in the 6th inning. He's bounced back from a disastrous playoff performance in Game 4 of their division series against the Dodgers last year, when he made an error that cost them that game. The elimination game for Philly.
Throwing the ball lately, got 96 there. Kind of got a sweeper that he really likes. 9 2/3 inning scoreless streak going on. He's been on a roll here lately, especially against righties.
Stayed on 276, 3 home runs. First at bat tonight. Leo Abreu, 3 hits this evening, getting his lead at first. And dropped in for a strike with a sweeper. Cedar having a good month, hitting .308, couple of homers. High drive, left field. That's up there, and it's gone. Home run. Coming off the bench, Cedar. And the Red Sox take the lead. A 2-run shot for Rafaela.
Oh, you need that. How about that 1-2? That sweeper's a beast. And he challenges him with a heater. Realmuto wanted it up, and he missed his spot. Cedar off the bench. What a big shot here for the Sox. A little life, right? Need some offense.
Shot of life indeed. And it gets to where Wally tonight. 3-1 Red Sox. Clutch off the bench.
Realmuto, he wanted this ball up. He seems he's going to reach down for it. Nice short stroke from Cedar, right? Not trying to do too much. 2 strikes, put a good swing on it.
Up the middle, tap by Story. The second baseman will fire late. And Story has his 2nd hit. And a home run in the 2nd inning. Red Sox with a pair of home runs tonight.
Now this ball here, I tell you what, after Abreu off the bat, I'm not reacting. I'm just hoping. I thought that one was gone last night. This one here, though, he got that green monster. He got it up high enough. It's a big swing from Cedar for this club.
His first career pinch hit homer.
And it couldn't have worked out any better either, because now he's in there for Yoshida, right? Defensively, Duran slides over, so now you hit the pinch hit homer. Now you got better defense in the outfield.
Marcelo Meyer base hit. He's also grounded out 1 for 2. Tried to hold, and he did. Red Sox have out hit the Phillies 7-2. So Rafaela with the pinch hit home run puts the Red Sox up by a couple.
This kid's been throwing it too. 1 earned run his last 14. Righties are hitting 111 during that stretch. Home run and a little infield knock.
3-0 in for a strike. Home run by Trevor Story in the 2nd. Cedar Rafaela here in the 6th. Red Sox have been home run starved at Fenway. A chopper at 3rd, scoop by Bowman. He'll make the play. But the Red Sox are in front 3-1. Cedar off the bench.
Well, Sonny Gray's day is over after 6 innings. Take a look at his arsenal presented by New England area Audi dealers. He led with the breaking balls, the sweeper and the curveball. The sinker was fantastic as far as location goes. Same with the 4-seamer. 6 strikeouts, season high for Sonny Gray.
He can improve to 3-0 at home. If the Red Sox win this one, they turn it over to Slayton. Just recently off the IL, missed 31 games with that right oblique strain. He returned to pitch on Sunday and then tossed a perfect 7th against Tampa Bay. And Cedar in center. Duran moving over to left. And the 2-0. Garcia looking at a strike. Gray struck him out 2 times.
Well, Slayton, like you mentioned, just off the IL. He's a big part of this bullpen. He gets right into it in his 2nd outing to hold on to this 2-run lead in the 7th. So you know who's behind him.
Two-1 to Garcia. Sonny Gray never in trouble tonight. He did give up the home run to Crawford. That was a solo shot. There were strikeouts around that. A lot of leadoff hit to Sosa in the 6th inning, then struck out the next guy, Schwarber, and got Harper to line into a double play. So he was in control.
Yeah, it was only 2 hits, won that solo shot. I thought it was some of his best stuff. His location on his fastball was fantastic. Had a little good bite on those breaking pitches tonight.
At short, Story on a charge. The backhander got it there just in time. 1 out in the 7th for the Phillies.
The 7th inning is a big piece of this puzzle, right? Getting Slayton out here for it. Really nice play in the hole by Story, throwing the run right on the money. But you've been searching, right? Weissert off to a tough start. Give him some clean innings. Keller's been pretty good for you as well, but this is the guy you want to hand the ball off to in the 7th.
We were talking about it for about 5 weeks. This particular role. Fouled at home plate by Marsh. He's lined out and he's also grounded to short. He's been their hottest hitter.
13-game hitting streak.
Aroldis getting a little stretching in. Hoping to work tonight. He was hoping to work last night. He was throwing in the 9th, actually throwing in the 7th first. Never got the opportunity. And a strike. 0-2. Has anybody challenged tonight at home plate? Have not seen anything, have we? Nothing yet.
Pretty nice night from Bellino.
1 man away. Here we go.
The previous pitch is a ball. The catcher has challenged.
So Connor Wong just missed. ABS powered by T-Mobile.
The pitch is a ball. Boston has 1 challenge remaining.
I swear to God we didn't rig that.
Connor's been pretty good back there, too. That's the 7th time he has challenged. He's got 5 of them overturned. It's only the 2nd time he's missed. Just missed that one.
1-2 to Marsh. Little flare and a slice foul. Facing a guy who's hitting .450 this month. Marsh without a hit tonight.
He
looks relaxed, huh?
I was going to say stressed.
Yeah,
flipping his glove, blowing the bubble.
Fouled away in the fastball. 97.
One thing we saw from his last outing too. Remember, he hit 99 from Slayton. A real live fastball coming off this IL.
Marshman, a nice acquisition for these guys several years ago from the Angels. He'll fly that one to center, but a routine play for Cedon. And the Gold Glover with the grab, 2 down. Brett Keller up and throwing in the bullpen for the Phillies. Alec Bohm now, he's popped up and lined out 0 for 2. Schwarber without a hit, Harper without a hit, Marsh without a hit, Bohm without a hit. Stott is 0 for 2. Realmuto is 0 for 2. Liner into left center field. That's going to drop down. Rafaela to cut it. So Bohm picks up a single, and he is 1 for 3 tonight. And it comes with 2 down. And we'll send up Bryson Stott.
Looking for a life-changing summer, Lindo Sueños brings American and Dominican teens together to play baseball and serve the community in the Dominican Republic. Apply by June 1st at redsox.com/Lindos Sueños.
Stott with a fly to left and a ground out to first. Hard hit. Down for it, Meyer. And on to first in plenty of time. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left in the 7th for the Phillies. You know, CBS is proud to be a part of Red Sox Nation and all the communities we call home, delivering trusted care, everyday essentials, and support that goes beyond a prescription. You can learn more at CBS.com. Right-hander Keller into the fray to take on Connor Wong, and then Durbin and Duran. Red Sox leading it 3-1 in the last half of the 7th. Home runs by Trevor Story and Cedon Rafaela tonight.
It's different. Brett Keller, we saw back in 24, he was here throwing the ball 93. Now he's up to 97. Good breaking ball changeup. Had a really good year last year with the Cubbies. 68 appearances, 2.07 ERA. Velocity just jumped. 97 guy now.
Connor has dropped down a bunt tonight. He's also struck out. Former LA Dodger. And a 2-2. And a sweeper by him for strike 3. On the cut and the Missy fans for the 2nd time tonight. Garrett Whitlock up in the pen. Red Sox hoping to make this a regular occurrence. Slayton and then Whitlock and then Aroldis Chapman. Durbin at the plate tonight, 2 appearances. He struck out each time. Red Sox 7 hits and the Phillies just 3. Most of that because of the good work out of Sonny Gray. 1-1. Pumped in. There's your 97, 1-2. Red Sox managed only 7 hits last night in 9 innings. Matched that this evening. Big difference has been the home run ball.
So you get your 3 runs. All the runs have been scored in this game.
Keller's 2-2 off the plate. Duran on deck. Red Sox did not do much with their starter Painter, who went 5 innings. Gave up 4 hits and a run before he was lifted by Don Mattingly. And for him, the way his season has been going, that was a big lift.
They didn't mess around, did they? 5 innings, only 62 pitches. That's enough. Let's build on that. Of course, the Red Sox made him pay, and he went to that bullpen. Banks got in some trouble, and Kickering gave it up.
3-2 to Durbin. He'll take a seat again. He strikes out for the 3rd time. He's actually going to challenge this one.
I don't like this one.
The previous pitch is a strike. The batter has challenged.
Yeah, I don't like it. You only got 1 left.
It is strike 3.
Now you're out.
Pitch is a strike. Boston has no challenges remaining.
You're up 3-1. Because you only have 1 left, you have to leave that for Whitlock and Chapman. You have to.
Whitlock continues to get ready. Back-to-back Ks here. When do you think that conversation should take place? As Durbin went down, no one approached him. No one said anything there.
Well, they're not going to talk to him then. They'll chat with him maybe after the game or tomorrow. He's just sort of, his 3rd punch out of the game. That's the one thing he's not doing, is striking out this year or chasing. Struck out 3 times. I think he lost himself in the moment trying to avoid 3 strikeouts and wasn't really thinking. Nobody on here in the 7th. You got a 2-run cushion. Save it for your catcher.
And you hope that's the message that is imparted there. I know in the moment you feel lousy about striking out, but you got to make sure you protect your team. Late in a close game. The 1-2 pitch. Check swing did not go. As that rolled by the catcher, Realmuto. Count 2-2. Mickey Gasper on deck. Red Sox with very few wins at home, just 7-13 here at Fenway. And that's going to be a foul tip to the mitt. Keller strikes out the side here in the 7th. Time of the Ford employee pricing call to the bullpen. It'll be Garrett Whitlock coming on to work the 8th inning. Red Sox up by 2.
We're making his 16th appearance. Was sharp his last outing Friday. That velo was up. He saw 96. That sinker, some swing and miss to it.
Getting the bottom 3 here for the Phillies. Realmuto, Crawford, and Sosa due to hit. And among them, Crawford does have a home run tonight, their only run. Hit toward the hole. Story with the pick. Off balance throws. Good play to nail him at first. Realmuto retired. Don Mattingly with a hand up, but Story on the money with it.
That's a really nice play by Trevor in the hole, because JT Realmuto is not your normal catcher. He's one of the faster guys out there, kind of like a Connor Wong type. He's able to put in the money. Nice job by Contreras. Catch it, get rid of it. Right on the mark. Nice job by Wilson holding the bag.
Well, for more on Trevor Story, let's toss it down to Jemai.
Yeah, another great play from Trevor Story defensively on the run there. Really rebounded from a tough defensive stretch to start the year. He had 3 throwing errors, so he and bench coach Jose Flores got together diving into the mechanics of how those happened, and they found that they wanted to get him in a more athletic position to make those plays defensively, so they began working on catching the ball with one hand, making his throws across the diamond on the run. Flo says it worked much better for Story because it allows him to use that athleticism. He said Story top 5 in the league on accuracy with his throws on the run, and it's worked out tremendously.
Well, here's Crawford, home run in the 3rd. He has since grounded out to first. His 2nd home run. A shot to center that just barely got out, landed on the top of the wall. And then into the fans, the 1-2. Very late swing and a miss on the sinker, and he strikes out. 95 miles an hour, 2 down.
It's good to see again that sinker. Get some swing and misses, but Sonny Gray was fantastic in this game. 6 innings, only 2 hits. He was really spinning it well, but that sinker and the 4-seam were controlled. Look at that pitch. Where he wants it at all times. Struck out 6, season high. Really had it all working here today.
His pitching line presented by Ace Ticket. Ace Ticket with the best seats at the lowest prices. So 2 down. Red Sox 3, Phillies 1 in the 8th. Sosa 1 for 2 with a base hit. In the hole 0-2. Ranger Suarez ready to go tomorrow night against his former team. Jesus Luzardo, his opponent, 6:45. And we're hoping the weather will give us a window.
It was last time Ranger threw. I know he was on the IL, right? They sort of extended. It was May 3rd. Another extra day. If you're to get rained out, give game 1 out in Atlanta.
His career with Philadelphia, 53 and 37, 3.38 ERA. Popped up by Sosa. A stumble there by Wong. Coming on Whitlock. He'll make the play. And that's going to be out number 3. Wong tangled up with Sosa. Connor Wong is still down. And slow to get on those knees. As the inning came to an end, a bizarre play around home plate. Whitlock had to react and quickly get to the pop-up and make the catch.
He collides with Sosa. See that right ankle. He really rolled that right ankle. He stepped on him. Whitlock, great reaction.
Connor Wong to the bench after getting tangled up there with Sosa. Looked like he twisted the ankle. As we're underway here in the bottom of the 8th, 3-1. Red Sox have the lead. We did see a couple of smiles.
It's a big crowd around him.
Including Garrett Whitlock, who had to make a quick recovery and make the catch on a pop-up in foul territory.
Looks like he rolled that ankle pretty good. I know Sosa kind of was in that box, but he didn't interfere. There could be batter's interference. Dead ball, he's out. Umpire kind of discretion there, but definitely interfered him trying to catch it.
1-1 to Mickey Gasper. Rolled that one up the third base line, but foul. 0 for 2, and he's been hit by a pitch tonight. Back to that play.
You can't interfere with him trying to catch this baseball. Now, even if he's used outside the box, beautiful reaction from Whitlock, but really rolled that ankle on Sosa. Sure, Narvaez somewhere is getting loose, just in case.
Tim Meza in the game, their 4th reliever. Gasper bat righty, and will pop that one up into center field. Racing out Stock, can't get to it. It'll drop in for a base hit, and another knock for Gasper. Well, everything going right for him since he was called up.
There you go, pinch run for him here.
Connor Falefa will run for him.
Kind of drops in there at center field. You're right. Well, a couple years back, he was 0 for 18, hit some balls hard, got no luck. He's getting it all back now. Is there any other ones? That one was a nice placement.
1 for 3 night for Mickey. Came in batting 500. There's been some weird plays in this game. Wilyer Abreu is 3 for 3, but in his last at bat, he swung at a pitch and missed, and he got drilled in the bicep. And it was a strike. Then he jumped in the box and ripped another hit.
It was a fastball too. Like a lot of times it'd be like that slider from a righty where it hits you. Lefty heater up and in, got him.
Cedar Rafaela coming off the bench, first time in his career. He hits a home run. 2-run shot in the 6th inning. That's the difference in the game. Connor Wong tangles up with the batter around home plate, goes down, twists his ankle. Some stuff in this one. Certainly was last night too. Good and bad. In the end, tough loss for the Red Sox as they had an opportunity in that 9th inning. Tonight trying to make sure they have the upper hand in the 9th. And Aroldis Chapman loosens in the bullpen. Two and two.
He's going to get Schwarber and Harper out of the gate.
Kiner Falefa with the lead as the runner. Nobody out. Ground ball toward the middle. Stott will flip for one on to first and safe there. Abreu beating it up the line and beats the wrap. He'll be the base runner with one away. And Mattingly will not challenge that.
Good hustle down that line. Kind of get in on him a little bit softly. Hit. It's going to be a tough turn, but good speed by Abreu just to extend it.
Contreras will dig in 0 for 3 in his return to the lineup. Aren't you supposed to hit a home run on your 34th birthday or any birthday?
I would think so.
Flied out, hit into double play and strike. He's going to rattle that one to short. Instead, it's going to be 6-4-3. Hits into his second double play tonight. Well, we'll find out if the Red Sox have enough. We go to the 9th, 3-1 Boston. Game presented by New England Chevy dealers. Together, let's drive.
Oh, difference in the game here in the 6th. Pinch hit, 2-run homer. Cedar Rafaela, and boy, did you need it. Needed to hit some home runs. Needed to drive the ball. Slug in this ballpark. He does so off the bench. Much needed.
So Aroldis has the ball here in the 9th. And moving up the ladder. He's now 11th on the all-time saves list at 375. And Narvaez in to catch after Wong injured that ankle. And the first one high and tight on Schwarber at 96.
I'll wake you up. We were talking about Schwarber and how well he hits fastballs. That kind of wake you up a little bit.
Schwarber 0 for 2 of the walk tonight. And a ball. He's homered in 5 straight games. So he has tied the Philly record in 143 years of baseball, the 2-0. Home run cut there.
Yeah. That first pitch kind of made you think of Randy Johnson facing John Kruk. Huh? Calling games for the Phillies.
Yeah.
Up and in.
I think it made Crucky feel that way, a little uncomfortable.
A little uncomfortable.
Schwarber 0 for 9, 5 strikeouts against Aroldis. A little jumpy. 3-1.
Yeah, that ball 1-2. That's something he's done a great job. Just like last year, 70% first pitch strike rate last year. This year, 72. Ball behind Schwarber here, though.
Harper on deck. And ball 4. So Schwarber walks for the second time. This 9th inning presented by Fubo. And brings up the dangerous Harper, who is 0 for 3. He has struck out, grounded to second, and hit into a double play.
Yeah, just his 4th walk of the year. Leadoff walk, very dangerous. A couple of power guys coming up.
Harper 1 for 8 against Aroldis, 5 Ks.
94 with that heater. See if he climbs this ladder with velo too.
Throw over.
Chapman, another one of those guys, 7 feet 2 inches extension, massive human, releasing the ball 97, 99.
Oh, 2. 94 with the heater.
A little down. Averaging 98 with it.
Schwarber off the bag at first. Nobody out. 9th inning. 0-2 on Bryce Harper. And that one gets by on a check swing, and that'll advance Schwarber down to second. On a 98-mile-an-hour fastball.
Velocity got up there. This one just up and in. Similar to one he threw Schwarber in the first pitch. Schwarber means absolutely nothing. He got a 2-run cushion.
And Chapman looking for the punch out of Bryce Harper. Now for the Red Sox, 3 runs, 8 hits, including 2 home runs tonight. For the Phillies, a run on only 3 hits. Neither side has made an error. Chapman looking for out number 1 in the 9th. Another foul ball by Harper. Got a slider that time. And a big lefty gets the strikeout. Ran it up there at 99 to retire Harper. 1 down in the Philly 9th. Time now for a game summary presented by Sullivan Tire, official tire and auto service of the Red Sox. Sonny Gray, 6 strong innings, only 2 hits. Ceddanne Rafaela with the moment of the night, a pinch hit, 2-run homer, first of his career. And here's Garcia. Another home run threat, but quiet tonight, 0 for 3.
You're saying that Harper at bat. You see a fastball at 94 and you kind of foul it back and you think like you're on it. Just the problem is that's the last one you see. It's 98, 99 after that. There's a big difference in those 2 velocities.
In for a strike, 97.
Can't do anything with that pitch.
No, that's too good. Garcia 0 for 4 against him lifetime. Schwarber at second. Two-strike pitch. He puts him away. 100 miles an hour. 100 on the dot.
Well, he found something in the middle of that Harper at bat, right? I mean, he found something, because whether mechanical, a quick adjustment, or something else. But after walking Schwarber and showing 94, a couple pitches to Harper, he has dialed this thing up with velocity and location.
And now comes Trey Turner, who did not start, was under the weather. But he's going to pinch hit with 2 down in the 9th inning. Yeah, that was 99.
That's what I'm talking about. Like, that pitch might have been close enough if you had a challenge left. 2 outs, 2-run cushion. Maybe you want to save it for that pitch right there.
1-0 and a miss with the sinker. 2-0. Bohm on deck. Chapman trying to salt this one away. Duran, their closer, who locked it up last night, works in the pen. Slider missed. 3-0. Chapman back-to-back strikeouts after the walk of Schwarber in the 3-0. He walked him on 4 straight. So a little drama here the Red Sox didn't need. Second walk in the inning. The tying runs are on base, and here comes Bohm, who is 1 for 3 with a single tonight.
And that tying run's one of the fastest guys in the league too, and Turner at first base. They get strike 1.
Red Sox trying to pick up a rare home victory here. Would be just their 8th of the season, but the walk of Schwarber and the walk of Turner have 2 on and 2 out. Bohm has hit 3 home runs on the year. He's popped up, lined out, and singled tonight. 1 for 1 and 2 RBIs against Chapman. Rolled 18 pitches, only 9 strikes so far. And a little pop up on the move. Here comes Contreras, diving 40, laid out, couldn't get to it. That would have been a spectacular end to it, but just a little short.
I love the effort. It's hard to believe this guy was a catcher. He wasn't really that close, but he's going to give it his best shot. But he's just a good athlete, kind of the way he moves.
So 1 strike on Bohm. Schwarber at second. Turner at first. Crowd coming to life. At least a little bit here in the 9th inning. Runners go. Here's the throw down, and it's going to be a double steal. Schwarber hurtling into third and Turner into second. How about that call by the Phillies?
Well, Araldis, he's got that big leg kid. Schwarber the front runner now, the front guy. Turner no problem, but Schwarber's got to get that jump, and Durbin kind of seemed like he was going to just let him steal, not cover.
1-1. Fouled away, 99 miles an hour. Tying runs in scoring position. But 2 down and 2 strikes on the hitter, Alec Bohm. Chapman. The 1-2 pitch. Ball game. 99 to strike him out. The Red Sox win it. They even up the series against the Phillies 3-1. Pitching did it, and a couple of home runs at home for the Red Sox.
Didn't need to be that close in the 9th, but
did not.
In the end, Sonny Gray was fantastic. One of the better outings of the year for him. He goes deep, and you get that Slayton, Whitlock, Chapman look that you haven't had in a long time. Really nice job. Chapman again closing out this 9th. Offense was enough. It was a long ball, a couple of home runs, got the job done. Now you go for the series win tomorrow.
Yeah, the separator. Well, the home run by Story early, and the Cedon Rafaela home run off the bench. That Red Sox win presented by Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. And stay tuned for WB Mason Extra Innings Live. TC and Jim break it down. The big plays tonight. Plus, Jemai will chat with Cedon Rafaela. That and more coming up after the break.